Okay, and we're live. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to TSI MSM Launch A Summit. I am Zarna Pansuria, Manager Europe at MSM, and I'll be your moderator for today's webinar. I would like to thank you all for taking out time and being here today with us. Today isn't just your regular webinar, but it is also the official launch of Transport and Telecommunication Institute, TSI, as MSM's newest partner institution in Latvia. I am delighted and pleased to introduce today's presenters, Professor Dr. Irina Yatskiv and Associate Professor Dr. Andrey Zvaigzne. I'm so sorry for that. Professor Irina is Chairwoman of the Board and the Vice Rector for Research and Development, and Associate Dr. Andrey is the Vice Rector for Academic Affairs. A hearty welcome to Irina and Andrey for joining this webinar. Before I hand over the mic to Irina, I would like to go through the housekeeping requirements that are needed for today's presentation and the Zoom webinar platform. So what's today's agenda for the webinar? Yes, you will be hearing a comprehensive presentation on TSI by Irina and Andrey. As a reminder, everyone is currently muted, and we'll encourage you to type in your questions and comments throughout the presentation in the Q&A section present in your control panel. Later on in the presentation, we will have a brief moment for Q&A, in which point you will also be encouraged to type in the question. In case you're facing any technical issues, please feel free to drop in message in the chat box. This webinar is being recorded and will be posted on our YouTube channel afterwards in case if you want to watch it again. So without further ado, let's kickstart things off by welcoming our presenters. Irina, Andrew, over to you guys.
Hello, everybody. I think everything okay, and everybody hear me? Hope. Yes, I am Irina Yatskiv. I am professor and I also chairwoman of the board of Transport Telecommunication Institute. And I want to say you welcome to the Latvia and welcome to Transport and Telecommunication Institute, Modern University of Applied Science. And maybe you know that we are in European Union, very green and safe country in Baltic with lovely sea near our city, and it's a very good, amazing place because we are between Europe and Asia, and we are like bridge between Asia and Europe. And of course, we have a lovely capital, Riga. You can see some nice photo about our capital city, Riga. And also we have very nice resource city in our country, Jūrmala. It's close to Riga, 30 kilometers to Riga. I give you some imagine about our country. The city, it's very nice with old architecture and with nice and richest Art Nouveau heritage, and we have more than 1 million population around in agglomeration of Riga, and it's very green. We have a nice 4 seasons winter. I think it's maybe not so typical for some country with nice snow, white snow with nice forest in snow. We have very nice spring and of course summertime like now, and we have a gold autumn. And our university is modern technical university of applied science, which provides quality education with focus on applied research and technical science. We have an old history because more than 100 years ago, it was established School of Aviation, Technicals and Mechanic in Ukraine. Then this school moved to Latvia, to Riga, and from 1960 it was Civil Aviation Engineering Institute, very famous institute with old tradition, and in 1999 it was established new dynamic university, Transport and Telecommunication Institute. We present typically this institute, and we are happy that last year we celebrate our 20th anniversary. We have all necessary documentation, its accreditation list, like University of Applied Science, like Research Institute, all our program accredited, and also we have quality system certificate, and also we have certification from European Union for our Aviation Professional Center, is part 147. The structure of our university is typical. We have 3 faculty. We have not only campus in Riga, but also branch in our second city in Latvia, Daugavpils. We have, and it's very important now, lifelong educational center, distance learning center, for innovation in education, and of course we have a lot of possibility for our students. Sports center, robotic club, we have a very good and strong alumni association, we have students self-government, students council, we have nice library, more than 19 labs, and other important entities inside our institute. And of course, our mission and our values, very important for our future students. Of course, we have a big ambitions to be the leader technical private university in Baltic Sea region, and we think and have a special strategy for teaching excellence, for research excellence. And it's very important in this strategy, student support and young researchers support special program. We think about equity, not depends on nationality and gender. We are think about a social and environmental responsibility because we think about sustainable future for our child, for our kids. And of course, we are open to any innovation, to any initiative, to any motivated person to join to our community. Today, Transport Telecommunication Institute have more than 100 academic staff, and more than 70% of them with PhD. And of course, we have a lot of research. The research is based for our quality education, and we have more than 100 projects during our last 15 years. A lot of business partners which establish also workplace for our students, and more than 14 Erasmus partners for mobility. We have a very good balance in academic staff. We have a lot of young teachers, young professors, but also have a lot of professors with experience and unique skills in this special area. We have a special loyal program for our students. For example, if they choose not only one academic program, they have a big discounts for second program. Then we have a very good cooperation. We are very close to industry, to business, and not only in Latvia, but also in Europe industry. Our students have possibility to have internship in European Union. So I think it's one of the reasons why the students should choose TCI. And of course, most important thing that we have a very good international environment. Today, we can say that more than 15% of our teachers is invited teachers from other country, and we have also a lot of different country in collaboration. We have a mobility program with France, with UK, with Spain, with Italy, with Poland, Germany, and other countries. But most important, I think, in our time, in our emergency times, that we provide the individual approach to each student. We support students in their life in Riga, in our university. And of course, this emergent time gives us possibility to enrich and improve our advanced technology for teaching. And especially this spring, we implement a lot of interesting things and innovation for our students. And by the way, I want to say that Latvia is a very safe country. Our country in top 40 COVID safety ranking. And I think it's very important in our non-stable and non-predictable time. What we have today more than 25% of students from more than 30 countries. A lot of students from Kazakhstan, from Uzbekistan, from Pakistan and India, from Egypt, Mongolia and other countries. So we have really multicultural face of our institute. And we very happy when students have some special community and provide their national culture and share their national tradition with Latvian students and other students from the world. For example, we had a lot of students from India in Latvia, and they organized last year a special celebration in our institute. Also, you can see on this slide our students from Tokyo University, because we established a lot of partnership program with Turkish University through Erasmus+. For example, most famous is Beykoz Vocational School of Logistics, Istanbul Aero University, University of Turkish Aeronautical Association, and other, Anadolu University, of course. And for example, it's our last visiting team from Turkish University through Erasmus program. You can also see the history in our new site of our institute. We have a good tradition in collaboration with Vietnam, because especially when we was Aviation University, we had a lot of students from Vietnam, and now a lot of alumni have a good position, high position in Vietnam aviation industry. And this is last May, we had a big delegation from Vietnam, and they celebrate with us the 100th University of Aviation University. TCI today provide all type of education. We last year organized a special foundation courses for our students. It include math, it include language, of course. Then we have a good set of program in undergraduate level. We have 6 postgraduate program, and we have PhD program also. And for our foreign students, of course, possibility to join full-time type of education, but also I think this year may be very useful our skills and our knowledge and our offers in distance learning. I will say about it a little more there. And of course, we have 2 languages as educational language, English and Latvian language. Our 3 faculty offers a program in bachelor level. Computer science faculty, it's our more famous and more strong faculty in Baltic Sea region. we provide a lot of interesting program and specialization: computer science, telecommunication, electronic and robotic in bachelor level. In master degree, it's 3 programs: computer science, management of information system, and electronic. And we have a very, very good position in industry because we collaborate in the frame of this program with the biggest software development production in Latvia. It's the Central Latvia. It's a very famous American company that had a special branch in Latvia. And a lot of our students at first have some internship in the company and then have the job in this company. Our faculty, transport and logistics, very famous because we have a very, very excellent aviation program. And this program also interesting because we provide not only academical degree, but also possibility to have some special certification for job in European Union and in the world. And the other very famous and the first program in Baltic Sea region, which offer education in transport and logistics. It was established in 2000 and it was a first program in Baltic Sea region in logistics. And also we have a master degree in this faculty. And today, technology, it's impossible to think about technology without management. So we have also direction concern management and economic, and the program bachelor level business and management with a lot of specialization inside, and also master degree in the business and management with specialization, and unique program aviation management. Why it's very unique program? Because in this program we have very interesting staff, teaching staff. 50% this is professor with a very, very strong theoretical and research background, and 50% this is professional from our airport, because we established this program with collaboration with our airport Riga. And also we have, as I told before, PhD program, engineering program, which provide education in telematics and logistics. If speak about computer science and information technology, our last trend to, first of all, to provide a very strong education and program in software development and in mobility application development. And this year we introduce in our bachelor level program also element of artificial intelligence, like modern trend. And this year we collaborate together with one UK university. It's UV, University of West England from Bristol, and we will announce this autumn new double degree bachelor program, software development and information technology with specialization in artificial intelligence. Of course, in master level, we provide students not only skills and knowledge in software development, but give them possibility to join to data science community, to Internet of Things specialist, and other hot topic in computer science and information technology. Our electronic and robotic graduates very popular in European Union because you know that it's very, very demanded program and profession. We think about possibility to give our students all aspects of knowledge in smart technology, because smart city, smart industry, smart education, smart life, it's all hot topic discuss our students in their graduate work. And it's also support in our labs. We have more than 13 labs in our special center for telecommunication, electronic and robotic. And we have a good cooperation with Volkswagen Group company. And you can see on this slide one of the example of our equipment in our lab is cooker robot, and students had also some practical assessment on this cooker robot lab. In this lab, we have two specializations. One is for industrial robotic and the other for telecommunication. Why telecommunication very popular? Because we cannot now live without telecommunication. And our students have possibility not only have academic degree in this area, but also they have possibility to join to big Cisco community. It's more than 5 special courses which were organized for students in addition, and then they can certify by Cisco Academy after this course finalization. And of course, these students are very, very demanded because it's not so easy program, but with very, very advanced knowledge and skills. For example, in application of RFID technology, very popular now, for example, for intelligence warehouse, for intelligence supply chain, and other. Transport and logistics. We're one of the leader in Baltic and this education. And our students specialize in warehouses, for example, in intelligence warehouses. They specialize in transport logistics. They have a good possibility to know a more deep aspect of development of logistics center and sustainable transport interchange. They also can have some internship in our international company in Latvia, like Jeffco, like a Mediterranean container company, and other. It's one of our last graduated students from program Master in Transport and Logistics, and you can see on this slide the students from different countries, for example, from India, from Russia, from Pakistan. It's our, again, multinationality phase of our graduates. In this faculty, we also have a very, very demanded and very important for transport development program, maintenance engineering, aviation transport. And there's two specializations. One specialization is operation and maintenance of engines, and another specialization is avionics, maintenance of avionics systems. They study together, but then at the end of education they have a different 1 year with different modules, and then they have specialization in the diploma. I think it's one of the most demanded graduate now in European Union. It's not enough good professional in this specialty now in European Union, and I think everybody who want to join to this program will have a good salary after it. Then the management. There is some specialization like digital business management, like managerial economic. It's a new specialization. The specialization firstly was implemented last year, and from next year we will introduce some specialization in our master program. It will be business and change management and business and financial management. And as I told you before, our institute very advanced in distance learning education. Our first graduates in distance learning happened 5 years ago. Graduates in distance learning program, and now we provide 3 programs in English language in distance learning form. It's Bachelor of Social Science and Management, Master of Social Science and Management, and Management of Information System engineering program. Of course, today when nobody can predict what happened in autumn. One of our offers, special offer for the market, start from distance learning, and then when border open, please join to our full-time education. So it's possibility also for foreign market, for world market, to start from this distance learning form and then join to normal form like full-time. Also, when students study in our institute, they have possibility to join for our short course program, and we have a lot of good course like language course, China, English. Of course, if you want to improve your English, and special kind of aviation English and other, you can join to this course. Then a lot of interesting offers for students from IT. It's Java, as I told you before, Cisco cybersecurity, and other. And also, more than 3 years, we are very successful in special short course in industrial robotics. We provide a special certification for students also. Very rich students' life. We have a lot of tradition, and we try to support all our students in their national tradition also, and our students of government support them in it. But of course, for students, very important how they then engage to the industry, to the real life. That's why we organize each year a special career day for our students, when more than 40-50 company from Latvia, not only Latvian company, but also European and world company arrive and suggest some place for students. Our students have possibility also join to special session in our sports center. We have more than 7 specializations in our sports center, but also fitness for them open every day. But of course, the most important for student education. That's why we try to organize for them a lot of additional possibility, open space. For example, it's our new open library. This library opened during the whole week, and it was open only last summer. And most important that, for example, in technical science, our institute bought last year the biggest electronic library for undergraduate and postgraduate students. It's academic press, and all our students supported in their education, electronic books, textbook, and all materials, and they can do it with hard copy in library, or can do it like our modern students prefer, electronic and in distance form. And as I told you before, we have a special possibility for students to provide them additional professional knowledge like Network Academy, Oracle Academy, and other. And of course, some of the students think about the research career after they graduate and bachelor level. They want to join to master, and they see their career like young researcher. And PCI today is the leader in research and education in special fields like transportation analytics, like analysis of complex transportation system, intelligent transportation system, and transportation modeling. We have a very rich research infrastructure for it. It's only some of the library I include on this list. You can see, like, For example, laboratory of robotics, laboratory of modeling of electronic system, laboratory of telecommunication and electronic optical system, of designing and prototyping, a lot of different idea how to enrich. Okay, I skipped some slides. You know, it's some the same maybe labs which I show you in the film, but pay your attention on some special collaboration with Siemens company and with some Japan company, which provide us also not only technical equipment, but also some textbook, some methodical textbook for our students. And I think it's very useful and enrich the graduate program of for our students. And of course, we are very happy when students want to do something more than only study according to standard program, and they also have some support from our professor and from our senior researcher, and they have possibility to be involved in some research project. And as I told you before, we had also some very important for academic aviation transport program. We have aviation center, this special professional aviation center certified according to European Union aviation rules, and our students have possibility to pass through 17 modules and certify according to European Union rule for further career. And I think it's unique possibility to join academical degree, academical knowledge, and professional education and professional certification for aviation students. We are very strong in our international engagement strategy, and we try to collaborate with very famous in research and in education university or research institute in European Union. For example, you can see one of the famous in European Union, Germany University of Otto von Guericke University of Magdeburg. For example, we have a program, change program for our student in logistics with this university, and also we have a special exchange program for our professors with this university. We have a good collaboration with Spain, a very famous university like the Deusto University from Bilbao, like University of Autonoma from Barcelona. One of the famous Italian universities, Sapienza University from Roma, and also some Greek university, Poland university, university from Vilnius is border country, Lithuania, Estonia, and other. And now, and I hope you will know it first, we establish a good collaboration with one very famous UK university. As I told you before, it's University from Bristol, University of West England. 11 May, we signed a special memorandum of understanding with this university, and in our plan, this year opens a double degree in computer science, and next year to offer the students double degree in aviation. So we try to be very active in international engagement. And not only in research and education, we also involve in activity of some association in European Union and in Latvia. For example, very important, it's a special association Informatic of Europe, where all famous universities which provide education in information technology included like members, in Association of Transport Research Institute and other. And we was founder of Latvian Association of Remotely Pilot Aircraft System. As you saw in video, we have in our university drone pilot school, and we provide also professional education for drone management. And please welcome. And our partners in business, it's famous company. You can see DHL, for example. You can see Mediterranean Shipment Company. You can see big company Kuchel Nagel and other company in logistics and transport. Very famous company in telecommunication and information technology, like Accenture, like Infotech, like Tele2 and Tieto, and other. It's I think it's like our big brother for our students for their next career in industry. And by the way, we provide a very good quality of education, but also we offer for our students not so high cost for everyday operation. So the living cost in Latvia not so high, not like, sorry, in UK. For example, accommodation and living for the year, it's approximately 4,500. We have very nice hotel opposite our institutes, and a lot of students try to stay in this hostel. Not so expensive food and not expensive public transport. Of course, there is a fee for education. For bachelor program, approximate fee is, it depends on the program, but approximately is 3,000 per year. Of course, there is additional fee for registration and for a resident permit. All digits you can see on these slides. But also international students, they have possibility to be employed. And this is a law, Latvian law. They have possibility to be employed for 20 hours per week. And our partners also suggest some special boot camp for them. And after it, they invite them for the constant job. And of course, they have possibility also to have internship through Erasmus+. Our summer intake now is open. and you can use our site, special site for admission. We also open in June our new web page in English, and we are happy to say you welcome for our community. And our study this year start from September 14. We will have a welcome week also, of course, for students who are abroad. And we also this year suggest a special program start from the home, and they join us in Latvia. And I think it's maybe one of the important offer for our foreign students this year. Thank you very much for your attention. And we, with my colleague, Andrey, are happy to answer on your question.
Yes, hello everyone. And I hope that after such informative presentation, you get more knowledge about our institute. So you get impression what we are doing and how good we are. And really, we are proud to call ourselves one of the first aviation school in the world. And we still continue this heritage of the knowledge from the past with a modern, new technology and approaches in education and simulation laboratory. So now we are happy to answer for your question.
Thank you, Irina, for such a wonderful presentation and interesting information about Latvia and TSI. So I just want to remind everyone to type in your question in the Q&A section in your control panel. We already have a number of interesting questions. So I'll read out the questions for you guys, both of you, and then you can answer on live, right? We are receiving quite a lot of number of questions. So, okay, so can you please send us a copy of this presentation? Definitely, we will send you the presentation afterwards. What are the admission criteria for UG and PG programs for bachelor's and master's degree?
Andrey, I give you the floor.
Yes, thank you for the question. For the undergraduate program, so you need to be graduated from the high school, from the school, depending on the level of the school. So have this education, get your diploma, and you need to have also knowledge in English language on B2 level. So you can have the IELTS or another internationally recognized test certificate, or hopefully in 1-2 weeks we can organize this course in our institute and you can pass it online. And for the master program, of course, you need to have a bachelor degree diploma. Depends also on which master program you are going. Maybe you need to have some extra knowledge. For example, if you be a manager and you want to go to the management information system, so we need to discuss and to see differences. Okay.
Okay. Is there any application fees?
Yes, we have in slide. We have in slide this information. I only move to this slide. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Registration fee.
Okay, so this question, the next one is about the visa maybe. So it asks that what is the fund requirement? What funds are to be shown for the visa? Like what will be the amount that the student needs to show?
Okay, Andrey.
Yes, I don't know exactly the sum what you need to show in embassy. Usually what they ask for. Svetlana, maybe you know what the amount of money the embassy asks that you need to show on your account that you can sustain even in Latvia. I don't know.
I suggest that maybe this special question, because it depends on the country and it depends on the embassy. Exactly. Yes, and in our side especially in admission, we provide some special advice and also answer some questions, because it depends on country. For example, if it's Vietnam or India or Pakistan, it's different embassy and different requirements very often.
What we can do is we can provide answer to these questions in the email later on after the session.
Yes, Zarna. Yes, you can ask me by email, and I will write you all about visas and all processes, and also about. Okay, this will be good.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Usually, it's a normal process, and we after the testing of future student, we provide all the documents what is necessary for the embassy. With documents, they can go to embassy and get the visa.
Yeah. So the next question is, do you accept USA Senior Secondary School certificate for UG programs?
We need to check.
Yes, this also, please write this by email, okay? And we will check and give you the best answer. Okay.
What I can say is that all documents about the schools, about the previous education, we send to our special center in Latvia, where they validate and evaluate all this paper and say if it's okay or not. So there's all documents, what you get, what we receive from you, we will send for validation on this.
Yes. Do you remember this EIC? They are checking.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Okay. All right. So the next question is, what is the English criteria? So the IELTS, and if it is possible for student to apply without IELTS or any such certificate.
The level need to be B2, and as I told, so
at least for master.
Yes, of course. If it's high, it's no problem. Or you need to have a previous education in English. If you have show the diploma that you are studying English language, there is no problem. And hopefully we are very hardly working, and we hope today we will have a government regulation on this, that in 2 weeks we can conduct our own exam and give our institute certificate about this English knowledge. So the students can apply for these tests in our institute.
Okay. The next question is about the study gap. So how much study gap do we usually accept? So if the student has completed the degree or the 12th standard before 2 years, 3 years, do we accept any such study gap?
Yes, so we didn't see any problem that between the bachelor and the master program, it can be 2-3 year gap. We didn't see any problem.
Okay. There is one agent and he is from Nepal. So he's asking, what should we do to apply from India, as we do not have any consulate in Nepal?
So we need to go to Indian embassy, Latvian embassy in India, probably. Or whatever the closest is.
Yeah, I think we'll have to check this on the government's website to confirm which consulate that Nepal student should go for. All right, there is this one question about the part-time jobs that students can do. So how much students can usually earn while they work part-time? So what can be the minimum wage?
It's pretty much depending on if you are working as a pizza delivery for 20 hours per week, or if you are working in high-tech IT company, so it's hard to say.
Yep. So that actually depends on the student, but then there is a great opportunity for students to work part-time. That is great.
Yes.
What is the refund policy if the visa gets refused?
If visa gets refused, you simply cannot come to Latvia. Or you can choose a distance learning program in this case.
Yeah, what will be the refund policy in that case? So if the student has paid the fees, will we refund the full amount, or is there any deductions?
Yes, he will get money back except the registration fee.
Okay, yeah. So registration fees are usually non-refundable, so that's understandable. Okay. I think some of the questions we have already answered, so I'm just trying to find if we get.
spouse can.
Okay, there is this one interesting question that says if spouse can apply with the main applicant. So do we accept dependent cases, or it just the main applicant?
You mean she or he can come as a
Yes,
spouse and live, or apply to be a student? What is
no. So student is the main applicant, and
Yes.
can they bring in any dependents, maybe their spouse, along
Yeah.
with them? They won't be studying; they will just be there as a dependent. So is it possible visa-wise?
It's possible. It's just apply for visa for
Yeah. Okay. What is the stayback option? So what is the post-study work visa policies in Latvia? How many months or years students can stay back after completion of the program?
Usually we have a 1-year visa for staying in Latvia, and it's expired. But usually what many students do when they graduate the program, they have a good job and they get a visa from the companies, and they can stay in Latvia as workers.
Okay. The next question is about the tuition fees. So do we need to pay the full fees, or we can pay in the installments? I mean, if it is before the visa, or how many fees can be paid before the visa? How much fees rather?
Yes, it's the fees depend on the program, but what's program you are starting. Yes, before the invitation, you need to make a full payment. Yes.
Okay.
So in visa, you get the after invitation.
It's not our rule; it's the rule of our,
Government.
Embassy. Right?
Embassy. It's not. Yes, not only embassy. The agency which provides the visa also.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But as I tell before, that in case if you are not get the visa, so you get refunded.
Yeah. Any campus interviews or internships will be happening? This question is more of for the after students arrive on campus. Do we have any kind of job fairs, or maybe do we invite companies for the placements or internships?
Yes, as I told in the presentation, each spring we have a special career day for our students, yes, and more than 40 companies arrive and they suggest some place for the students. But also we have a special department who is responsible for the relation with corporate partners, and they have some offers from the company for part-time or full-time job for students. So they suggest some idea how they can get a job.
Yes.
Okay.
And another thing also, as you saw during the presentation, we have this country communities, like Indian community or this other different countries. So they're quite helpful, I would say, in these matters, and they can support.
Okay. There is this one question that asks, how long will it take to get the refund of the tuition fees if in case of the visa rejection? So what will be the turnaround time to get the refund?
You know, sometimes it can take longer because we have unfortunately some cases when the students want that money returned to another account from which paid. So it's took time that we are clarified, because money we pay back money only the account from which was paid for our institution. So
right.
it's sometimes it took time to specify and to discuss with students.
Okay. Is there any age limit for the student to apply for any of the programs?
No,
I don't think so.
There is no discrimination on the age and other things.
All right. Okay, so this is interesting question. So if the student gets rejection for any intake and wants to reapply for the same, like maybe probably the next intake, will university provide the new invitation letter?
We need to see the reason. If there is some problem with the visa with the embassy, it's probably not. But if there are some other, let's say, lighter version of reason of, so it's possible. Yeah, it's no problem.
It usually depends. If the student has submitted any false documents, then definitely
yes.
not. But then if it depends on the reason. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it depends on the reason. So
do we accept students with open schooling or maybe distance learning for the next qualification?
Sorry, what do you mean?
So if the student has completed the schools in open schooling, or maybe they haven't done the regular schooling, they have completed the degree as a distance, do we accept them for masters? If the bachelor's,
we need to see what kind of school and what, as I told you before, that we will send these documents for validation, and we will get on the result of this validation, we can say yes or no.
Okay. The next question is there any mandatory interview by college or embassy before visa?
Of course,
Yes.
Of course, there is a special interview provided by our institute, TCI, and you will have a special testing in math, in language, and also some interview. Yes, after it's also some interview in embassy, and they especially want to know your motivation, the motivation of students to study in Latvia, to study in TCI, and especially on this program. And the student applicant should show the really interest to be a student.
Exactly, and I think it's very important roles of our agents who work with the students, that they need to prepare these students for the interview in institute, and also especially with the embassy. That the really students can show them interest, motivation, and understanding where they're going and why they're going. So this is a very, very important question, and I really stress that when you talk or work with the students, please inform him about this.
Okay. I think I also have a couple of more questions related to this question. So when we talk about the motivational letter and the interview, do we have any kind of sample questions that usually we ask or the embassy ask at the interview? Maybe some typical questions, and also what can be the length of the motivational letter?
Yes, usually what our admission team do, they ask the question, they have this simple question, and afterward maybe you can just talk and the admission can send you this thing, the questions. But usually the question also what asked in embassy, and it's about the country, about the institution, that not happen that sometimes, unfortunately, when the students come after the agents and they don't know which program, which institution they really want to go. So happens.
Yeah, I agree. So it's basically the very basic questions like why they want to study in Latvia and why they have chosen TSI as the
yes, usually it's quite why TSI, or why is this program, where is Latvia, what's the capital of Latvia, or very basic primitive questions. But if you really want to go to some country, at least you open the book or
definitely
Google, or at least to see and to learn a little bit about it.
Do some research before you make an application or apply for the visa. So yeah, okay. Is there any scholarships given by the university or government?
There are. It actually depends on the programs. There are some bilateral agreement between our country and another country, so the students can get some scholarships for the studies. In institution, yeah, we have some support for some different kind of students. For example, if you are the group leader, if you are, I don't know, this some small things, it can be some reduction.
There is this one more question. It's, I think, also about the visa process. So the funds that they have to show does it have to be old, or it can use the current funds? I think we will be able to get back to these questions in the email, right? I think I'll just send out this question to Svetlana, and then she can get.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Zarna. Yes. Please.
Okay. Can you? Okay, so yeah, we will share the email ID. So there are some people that are asking for the email ID, so we can do that. Okay, like maths test, which we sometime. So there is this question, like, is there any specific percentage requirements subject-wise? So maybe do we need any specific marks in mathematics, physics, something like that? Do we have any such requirements?
Of course, if students want to join to a program in computer science, telecommunication, and electronic, it will be special test in math, and the level of secondary school is acceptable, good level, more than 60%. It's good, not less.
Of course. All right, there is this one question. It says that for the AIC verification, student needs to wait for 45 days. Once student completed the Skype interview and online tests, if the results are still pending, do we issue the invitation letter, or do we have to wait for the verification?
You see, without the verification, we can not give this full agreement. But there is some possibility that if students sure that he can take a risk and apply for touristic visa and come here, and afterward on place here we can work on his permission to stay in Latvia. But it's risk what the students will take on himself.
But it is advisable that student waits for the verification first, and then we issue the invitation, and then they can come. Okay. So this AIC verification is needed for visa filing, or student can apply or approach VFS without this, but only using the invitation letter? I think this answers. Okay, we actually have quite a lot of questions, but we are running out of time. So what we can do is we will answer all the questions during email, in the email later on. Once the session is over, we will send out email with all the important information to all the attendees, and we can take it further from there. Right? Is there anything else you would like to add before we sign off?
No, really, just thank you very much for your time, and I hope that we can answer some questions, and the rest will be answered by mail. And we are really looking forward for the fruitful cooperation in the future. Thank you.
And also thank you very much to MSM team for organizing so fruitful webinar. And I hope that together we will attract very motivated students from your region for TCI high quality education program. Thank you very much.
Thank you all for participating in today's exclusive launch event. We really appreciate your interest in TSI, and we will email you all the important information very soon. So we hope to see you again. We have some more webinars lined up in the month of July, which will be very program faculty specific. We will send out the invites and give you more information meanwhile. So we hope to see you again at that time. Stay home, stay safe, take care. Thank you so much.